Hi everyone, I'm Jose.
And I'm Michaela. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to talk about
5 qualities of people that are successful and achieve harmonious union.
Yes, this is such a great topic that we're really excited for because we definitely notice, we've been doing this, we've been coaching since
2019
for me, 2020 for you.
Yeah.
So it's been a while, and I've been on my twin flame journey almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
Literally since 2016. So 2016 twin flame journey. So it's been a very long time. We've seen a lot of stuff. We've been in harmonious union since 2020 together.
And we have helped a bunch of couples into harmonious union all over these years.
And so we know what success looks like on the twin flame journey, being people who have achieved harmonious union and helping people achieve harmonious union and union. Union is also an achievement, but obviously harmonious union is the permanent state of oneness.
And healing separation.
Yeah. And so it's like that's the goal, but we have definitely noticed a difference between there's like 2 types of people that we've worked with. There are the people that are successful and go all the way, and then there are people who don't. And in this video we broke down the 5 most important qualities that we've seen in people who are successful, including ourselves, like our mindset throughout this whole journey, and the people that we prefer to work with as clients, because we don't want people that will just quit on themselves, right? Because that's not fun. This is just really important.
Yeah, not everyone is really serious about their twin flame journey, but the ones that really are, they have very specific qualities about them. And if you don't have any of these qualities, you can work on them.
You can develop them.
It doesn't mean you are doomed.
I didn't start with these
absolutely
qualities.
Not. Yeah, really not, right? But these are qualities you develop and that you can really focus on growing in your life. So this is the point of this video, is to help you see how that looks like. And if you feel weak on any of these points, that's great awareness. And good for you to be humble to see that and really work on that. So
we didn't start out with these qualities, they were developed over time. And so I think we can just dive right in. So we realize that the very first quality of someone who achieves harmonious union is that they have a high willingness to learn. So this means humility. You are not arrogant. Arrogance is the killer of harmonious union.
Absolutely.
It's the killer
It's the worst
of all spiritual progress, because it makes you think that you know, and it shuts you down to learning. If you have arrogance and you don't even realize it, you are literally stuck, and it's really sad. It's painful, and it does shut you down to the growth that's needed for harmonious union. So you have to have a high willingness to learn and be wrong and change yourself, all of these things.
Yeah, you need to be willing to realize that if you are not currently in harmonious union, maybe you don't know everything.
Yeah, maybe there's something to
learn.
Maybe
there's something to learn, right? And even if you are in harmonious union, there is always something to learn.
Absolutely.
So you are constantly open to learning.
So even after you achieve harmonious union, there's still more to learn. So you always just want to maintain this attitude of learning on the twin flame journey, and just being teachable, being willing to learn something that you don't know. Because the truth is, this is what I realized on my journey. If I knew how to be with my twin flame and be in harmonious union, I would be there. But I don't know, because society doesn't teach you this. Your parents most likely were not twin flames, and they definitely weren't in harmonious union, and so that was the case for mine. I did not have any role models. I didn't know anyone, that really knew how to achieve harmonious union. So I went online, I Googled, I found my people, I found the people, that's the teachings of union, and I learned, right? I was willing to learn and just be very, very humble. Yeah.
And there is no shame on not knowing,
right? You don't know what you don't know.
You don't learn this in school. Totally okay. So.
Yeah, but you do need that. If you are very arrogant or you believe that then it really does hinder you. And it's, having humility doesn't mean that you're bad or you did something wrong. It just means you're open to learning. You're open to getting a different result than the result you're currently getting. So that's quality number 1. So the second quality is complementary to this. It's that you have a high willingness to change. So you need a high willingness to learn, and then you need a high willingness to apply what you learn so you can transform. If you are resistant to change, you'll have a really hard time achieving harmonious union, because on the spiritual journey, change means that you are going from one state of being to another state of being. So you need to be willing to make changes, you know, and look within yourself, make changes on the way that you view life, change your mindset, change how you feel about yourself, be willing to love yourself in places where maybe you haven't before, be willing to develop really deep self-forgiveness and forgiveness for others, compassion, you know, all kinds of things. You have to be willing to change your consciousness to be aligned with harmonious twin flame union.
Yes, and as you change your consciousness, you also will feel called to change your physical reality.
Yes.
And this is also important. Like the lifestyle you have now may not be, it's not probably not going to be the same of the lifestyle you have with your twin flame in harmonious union.
Things will change.
How you relate to life, how you relate to your relationships, like those things may change.
Definitely.
And
they definitely will change.
They will change. Like our life now is absolutely different than before, unrecognizable. Like it's crazy. And it's so amazing, but we were open to receiving that change.
Yes.
So change is safe in this spiritual path. Like it's safe to receive it and safe to evolve.
Yeah, and it's okay to have some resistance. Like we weren't always the most graceful. Like we had our moments, but like at the fundamental level, like at your core, just being open to change is really important. So the third quality is that they surround themselves with the right support. So they don't try to do it alone. They don't try to wing it. Like we were talking about, you have to be willing to learn from others who have what you want. You can't learn from people who don't have what you want, right? You can't learn from those who don't know what the heck they're talking about. You know, they may have the best of intentions, but like you have to give yourself the very best support. And I have found, and we both found, that that's the teachings of union. And that's why we are, you know, coaches for the teachings of union. We're master certified ascension coaches, because this work really works and it helps you heal separation consciousness at the core.
Like really.
And so that's what we notice is people who achieve harmonious union, they have the same exact mindset there. They choose to learn from the very best. They get the very best support, and they learn from the people who know what they're doing, and they have the results. You know, they have the path that you also want. You know, they always say, like, if you want to become a millionaire, for example, like don't surround yourself with people who like are not very driven and don't really care, you know,
because
like,
you will be the same.
Like the people you surround yourself with really impact you. So forming relationships with people who are on the same path, they share the same values, maybe other people who are in harmonious union. And this is why we love group coaching, which we offer, because you get that environment of being around like-minded individuals. You're around others or people who are in harmonious union or union with their twin flames. So it really like uplifts your vibe. But if you're around the wrong people, like that diminishes your vibe, right? It brings you down. So the right support is essential. So quality number 4 is their commitment and devotion. This is so important, because if you don't commit and you're not totally all in, you will not get harmonious union. I made a post the other day about this, like, you know, from when I joined the teachings of union, I joined Twin Flame Ascension School in the end of 2017, but I had already been on my twin flame journey for like a couple of years, more like a year. But when I feel like my progress really started when I joined Twin Flame Ascension School in 2017, and I was devoted to healing myself, to my inner work for years, until 2020, which is when we came into harmonious union. Of course, we still continue to do the work. But I've seen people just give up after like 2 weeks, you know, or a month of not getting the result. So like, if that's not, you know, you can't, if you don't make it through the first 2 weeks, you're not going to get harmonious union, right? You have to be all in no matter what. And I always like to say that a mindset that I had was, I don't care if it takes me 10 more years, 10 more decades, or 10 more lifetimes. I'm all in. I will be with my twin flame, because I'm not willing to be with someone who is not my twin flame. That just is so awful. I've done that my whole life. I've seen my parents. My dad went through 2 divorces. in my lifetime, and you know, there's so much pain that I saw in so many people that I was just not willing to go through that. I'd rather be alone. I'm very happy alone. I enjoyed my life. So, you know, I noticed people who have that mindset are also tend to be successful, right? Because if you have if your devotion to your twin flame is conditional based on the timeline, that's not true unconditional love. Like, you cannot vibrate into harmony with harmonious union.
Yeah, you need to close the back doors.
Yes.
When you choose harmonious union, you cannot put one foot in and the other one out. Like, if you really want harmonious union and really hear separation, you need to be all in.
Yeah.
There is no like back doors here, because as long as you keep a back door, you are not going to really attract harmonious union.
Right.
Because it requires like your total choice and commitment. And if you refuse to quit, those are the people that get it. Like, they refuse to quit when it gets hard, because it gets hard sometimes, but you don't quit. Yeah,
if you refuse to quit, you literally can't give up. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. So, good. So the final quality, and this one is very important. They all are, but this one is kind of like, this is the cherry on top. This is the key ingredient. So it's that you have a higher purpose. So that means that, like, you're not just on this journey for romance to get a partner, right? Like, though people who are motivated just for romance will get tired of this, and you will give up, and you might as well go download like a dating app, you know, go on the dating websites. There's way easier ways to find a romantic relationship than taking the twin flame journey. So this means that, like, they understand that this is a journey, it's an ascension path. It's about God, your relationship with God and the divine. It's about living your purpose. It's about like your healing, improving yourself, creating a beautiful life. You know, like, there's a higher purpose, and like sharing your gifts with others, right? Living a purpose. Like, twin flames are meant to be together for a higher purpose. If you come together with your twin flame and you don't channel your energy into your purpose, then it will just be it will like self implode, you know, like, because that energy is meant to be channeled into a purpose. So that's the key. Like, you have to be here for a higher purpose than just to like get a boyfriend or girlfriend, right? So yeah, did you want to say anything about that?
No, it's pretty clear.
Yeah, gotta have a higher purpose. So yeah, this is like really simplified, but if you have all of these qualities, like, you will get there. It doesn't matter how long it takes, right? Like, it's just like planting a seed. You plant it, you do everything you can to take care of it, and you let it grow. You know?
Don't quit.
Yeah. And so if you would like help, if you're ready to, you know, become the person who surrounds yourself with the right support, you can book a free 30-minute introductory session with me. I'm doing coaching in English below in the link. And I think that's a really important step, and it will help you fast track. If you're willing to develop all of these qualities, the right support is here for you, you know, and so we're here to help. And that's why we made our introductory sessions free, is so we could reach more people, and we have, and it's been wonderful meeting everyone. So go ahead and sign up for your intro session. And if you liked this video, give us a like and subscribe if you haven't. Are you complete? I don't want to just end the video.
No,
okay.
see you guys around.
Great. Well, we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.